Hey guys, this is episode 4 of the series Let's Make a Game 2.5D platformer. Today we'll spruce up our game with some basic materials, create coins, and make a simple UI to show how many we've collected. If you haven't watched the previous episode, make sure to do that so you'll be all caught up with the project. You can access it using the card or in the video description. If you're new to the series, make sure to check out the playlist to start from the beginning. Let's get started. We have a level now designed with the Gisho Tenketsu storytelling structure. The player should naturally learn how to jump, control different jump heights, and be able to make it through the level. However, we can make it more fun, more intuitive, and more goal-oriented by providing the player with collectibles. People like to get money. Video games simulate this feeling by giving you collectibles and numbers that go up. Have you ever played an idle or clicker game before? The core gameplay mechanic is that idea of numbers going up. And it works because humans love it. It simulates receiving money, it simulates bigger and bigger numbers. We can use collectibles in our game to make the experience more satisfying, but we can also use it to encourage players to take greater risks for greater reward. We can also show them the path to take when jumping over a gap and guide them where to go next in the level. Before we do that, let's add some color to our platformer. Create a new folder and name it Materials. Create a new material and name it Player. Change the albedo, which is for colors, not a pasta sauce, to whatever color you want. I'm going with blue. You can leave it like that if you want, or mess around with some of the other settings. I'll make a video on Unity materials in the future. Subscribe and ring the bell to get notified when that happens. Duplicate the material, Ctrl D for Windows, Command D for Mac. Name it Platform and give it a color. I'm going with green. Now duplicate again, name it Coin and give it a color. I'm going with yellow. Go to the player prefab and give it the player material. I just realized that we haven't applied all the stuff from the player in the level to our prefab. So go back to the level and click on the player there. You can either delete the prefab and drag the player back into the prefabs folder, or you can go through each component individually, right click and click apply to prefab. Back to the prefabs folder, give the platform material to each platform prefab. It should automatically apply it to the ones in your level. Now we'll make a coin. Go to the scene hierarchy, right click and create a cylinder. Move it to where you can see it and give it a rotation of 0, 90, 90. Give it a scale of 1.1, 1. Now give it the coin material. Give it a tag named coin, and set the cylinder collider is trigger to yes. Then go to the player move script. In it, we're going to edit the onTriggerEnter function. Currently, it tells us to restart the level when we hit the fallout collider, but now we want it to destroy the coins as we move across them. So put if collision, or whatever you put originally, dot tag equals coin, then destroy collision dot game object. This will get the game object the trigger collider is attached to and destroy it. Save and build. Make sure the coin is somewhere where the player can reach it and test. It should disappear when you hit it. However, the game recognizes it as ground, and if you time it right, you can actually bounce on it. Let's make sure the game knows what is ground and what is not. Go to the platform prefab and create another tag named ground. Multi-select the 3 platform prefabs using Control-click, Command-click with Mac, and set all of their tags to ground. Back to the player move script. Inside our custom function checkIfGrounded, go inside the first physics.raycast. After -vector3.up, insert out raycast hit 1, comma. This declares a local variable using the results from the raycast, which we'll use to determine the tag of the object hit by each raycast. After that, put a double ampersand, the and sign, and type hit1.transform.tag equals ground. Now, cast1 will return true only if the raycast hits something, and that something is also tagged with the ground tag. Rinse and repeat for the other 3. Insert raycast hit 2. Put double ampersand hit2.transform.tag equals ground, and insert raycast hit 3. Double ampersand hit3.transform.tag equals ground. Save and build and test again. Now we shouldn't be able to bounce on the coin, and it should disappear when the player touches it. Now we just need a way to see how many we've collected. We're going to need a UI, or user interface. Inside the scene hierarchy, right-click, go down to UI, and click Text. It should create a text object along with automatically making a canvas object and an event system, which are needed for the UI. The UI canvas is a large object since it's a representation of the screen, and so it has the same size as a standard resolution. So in order to view all of it, you'll either need to zoom way out or double-click the canvas object. I like to also click the 2D button to make sure that it's perfectly flat and facing forward. Click on the text object and go to its components. In Rect Transform, click on the anchor presets and set it to top left. Set position X to 100 and position Y to -50. Scroll down to text and inside it put coins 0 out of 0. This functionally won't do anything yet, but I'm doing it to get a preview of what it'll look like in-game. Bump up the font size, I have mine at 45. It's too big for the box now, so go down to horizontal overflow and set that to overflow. And go to vertical overflow and set that to overflow too. Now you should be able to see the full text. You can mess around with the color and the font if you want, however Unity only comes with the Arial font, so I'm sticking with that. Now we need to script the UI so that the text will change if we collect the coin, and adapt when we add more coins to the level. Create a new C# script in the scripts folder and name it UI, and open it. Inside it, declare public text box, declare an int total coins, and declare public int current coins. Inside start, set current coins to 0. We'll set total coins by finding out how many coins are in the scene. For that, we'll use GameObject.findGameObjects with tag, which returns an array, basically a list, of all the objects in the scene with a specific tag. So total coins equals GameObject.findGameObjects with tag coin.length. Inside update, we'll set what the text box says every frame. We'll format a string, which is text, to say how many coins the player has currently and how many total there are. So textbox.text equals coins : space plus current coins .toString parentheses, and that's a function that turns an integer into a string for formatting, plus slash plus total coins .toString parentheses. Save and build. Go to the canvas object and attach the UI script. Drag the text object into the text box slot. Now test it. It should say coins 0 out of 1. However, when the player collects it, it doesn't change. We'll need to edit the player's script again. So go back to player move. We want to access the variable currentCoins, but inside our player move script. There's an easy way to do it in Unity using public variables. Declare a public UI variable, which is the class of our UI script, and I'm naming it score so that I don't get confused between the original class and our new variable. Now go down to onTriggerEnter, and above the destroyCollision.GameObject, put score.currentCoins $+. The $+ increases an integer by 1. Save and build. Click on the player and drag the canvas into the UI slot. Now test. The UI should change to 1 out of 1 when the player collects the coin. Now for the open-ended part. Make sure to drag the coin object into the prefabs folder to reuse. Re-click 2D to go back to the 3D view, and double-click the player to zoom back in again. Let's add more cache to the level. Either drag the prefab repeatedly into the level and make sure that each Z value is 0, or do it the easier way. Duplicate the first one using Ctrl-D, Command-D for Mac users, and drag it over just a little bit. Fill your scene with the coins. And when you're all done adding them, make sure to create an empty, name it coins, and drag all of the coins in the scene hierarchy into it. Now when you play, each coin should add to the amount seen on the UI. One more bonus step, let's make the coin spin. Create a new script and name it CoinSpin, then open it. This one's super simple. Remove the start function, and inside the update function, put transform.rotate 360 times time.delta time 0, 0. This will rotate at 360 degrees every second. Save and build. Attach it to the coin prefab and it should be automatically added to all of the coins in the scene. Now press play. The coins are now spinning and it adds an extra level of oomph to the scene. Congratulations, you've made a collectible system. In this video, you've learned about some of the basics of materials, how the Unity UI system works, and some basics of coding UI in a game. Make sure to stay tuned for next week's video, where we'll be looking at a main menu and a level select. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe for more. Comment any questions, concerns, funny jokes, or ideas for future videos in the comments below. Check out my games on my itch.io website. And remember guys, life's a game, have fun with it.